So a very good evening to everyone in the call and welcome. It's great. It's awesome to see you all logging in from different countries. And I just want to say thank you so much for finding time to be here with us today. My name is KARIUKI JOSPHAT. I will be the first speaker or presenter. And thereafter, we will have a very, very renowned guest speaker all the way from Uganda who will be sharing his success story with us. You don't want to miss that. So a little bit of my introduction for them that we are meeting for the very first time. KARIUKI JOSPHAT is a married man, married to Pieros Cherotich, and between us we are blessed with 4 children. We've been in this business for the last 14 years. And so I'm so excited to share the opportunity with us. Before this, I was a full-time lecturer in the university while my wife was a high school teacher, teaching with the body that employs teachers here in Kenya. Fast forward, both of us were able to fire our bosses very, very early in our lives, enjoying both financial and time freedom today. And as I go on with the presentation, it will be very clear how you're able to achieve financial freedom, time freedom, travel around the world, and you live life full. I tell people life is not a rehearsal. We are not rehearsing. We are literally living. So you better live the best life ever. So to help me to share the presentation with us, I will go ahead and share the slides. So it's coming up in a minute. It will be very easy for you to follow. Right, there we go. All right. Good. So we are Superstars team, and our mission is simple: to help individuals to start their own businesses so that you can realize financial freedom, travel around the world, and enjoy a better lifestyle at large. What that tells you is that we are not employing people. We are empowering you as an independent entrepreneur. You start from scratch and you build an empire, the biggest business that will help you to even leave a legacy. And so our major focus will be on how do you earn additional income. And we borrow a lot from what Jim Rohn says, that your income is directly related to your philosophy. That is your way of thinking. You think yourself into success and not really the economy. Very many governments and countries are complaining of economic challenges. But even during such challenges, we have people who are thriving, and you want to be one of them. So Jim Rohn is one of the proponents of that school of thought. So before we go to issues of money, let me bring to our attention that health is so critical. And I don't know whether you believe like myself that my health is my greatest wealth. Because if your health is not perfect, you might make money and take all that money to the hospitals. You don't want that. So how do we make sure that our health is perfect? And this is where we depart from other conventional businesses where people just make money. Now, World Health Organization guides us on how to eat. And one thing that is very, very clear is that whatever you are eating, you are either fighting disease with it or feeding disease. But which one of these two is the sweeter one? Majority will say the one feeding disease. That is the reality. So now when you eat wrongly, then you affect your health. Now, World Health Organization tells us this, that if you can follow this wellness triangle, then even at your old age, your health will be perfect. Take lots of whole grains. Of course, down here, you need to do exercise for physical fitness. then whole grains to feed your cells, lots of fruits and vegetables to boost your immunity. As we go up, we are narrowing the triangle. Reduce on protein, especially for us adults, and then do away with fats and sugars. If you can, do away with them. If you can't, reduce completely. But people prefer the other way around, the unhealthy wellness triangle, taking too much of fats and sugars, then quite a lot of protein, especially red meat. Then going down, they reduce on fruits and vegetables. They leave that to the sick and the children. And down there, they don't love eating whole grains. They say that's for diabetic people. And there is no time, no space for exercises. Now, what is the effect of that? Our cells become unhealthy. Remember, you are as healthy as your cells. Now, the first cell here, unhealthy cell, is where we have the cell membrane is hard and not easy to penetrate. So you take food, but nutrients cannot go in and waste cannot get out. What is the effect? You are tired, exhausted throughout. Compare that with the healthy cell on the right-hand side there, where we have the membrane being soft and permeable, and nutrients can go in and help the body, and waste can get out so that you don't have toxins in your body. So your cells become unhealthy. The result further is what was predicted by World Health Organization many years ago, that out of every 4 deaths, 3 will be as a result of these chronic diseases. And it has been happening for the last couple of years, long even before the 2020. Heart disease, like high blood pressure, cancer, diabetes, stroke, asthma, name them. But then all is not lost, because the Superstars team, we have partnered with a company that is well known for providing health solutions. And that is Neolife International, started by Jerry Brasfield, the gentleman here, way back in 1958. That is 66 years ago. What does that tell you? That the company is very stable. It has stood the test of time. And it has spread to more than 57 countries, Kenya, Uganda, all over the world. And some of the values that we uphold with our partner, Neolife, to make sure that our company remains firm for the longest, are number 1, honesty and integrity. What we tell you is what there is. No need of exaggerating stuff. Then people are number 1. We value people. We are not in a business of looking for money. Money is the result of empowering people. And I will demonstrate that. Products that work, and that's why we have the guys you are seeing on this other end, many scientists and doctors in the world who focus on doing the research for these products. In fact, the founder of this board, the Con Scientific Advisory Board, was the same founder of cancer chemotherapy. That tells you these are the finest brains that we have here. So the products really work. Equal opportunity for all, whether you are 18 or 81, whether you are a professor or you are not lucky to have gone to a university or college. As long as you have big dreams, you are welcome. And finally, long-range vision. That is, we are not just building the business today, and it ends with us. It is generational. Your children and your grandchildren and great-grandchildren will benefit from this business you are starting today. Now, that is unlike our good jobs. If I worked in the university till retirement, I wouldn't have brought my kid, one of my children, to continue working in the university so that the salary doesn't get terminated. No, it ends with me. But here, I'm so excited, the generations to come will enjoy what we are doing. So now, Neolife provides this perfect solution for ourselves. Remember the unhealthy cell you are seeing at the bottom here? We wanted to become healthy, like the one on this other end, and we do that by use of the popular, famous product called TreeNN. Now, this TreeNN is whole grains of soy, rice, wheat, so that it feeds your cells and makes sure that the cell can be able to utilize nutrients effectively. And so you'll have a lot of energy, cellular health, cardiovascular health, and a lot of vitality. Now, there are many other products that the company provides us with, but that's the number one. However, we have healthcare products, so many of them. I don't want to really discuss them at this point. We have herbal alternatives. These are likes of feminine herbal for ladies to fine-tune your hormones so that you don't have hormonal imbalance, which results to challenges like some not getting children, others get these cancers that are related to hormonal imbalance, likes of breast cancer, cervical cancer, and others. For men, we have muscular in herbal, again, to take care of our prostate health, among others. Then we have weight management. This is something that many people wrestle with. And we have a perfect organic way of managing your weight the way you want it to be. We also have home care products which are organic. Now, we are all interacting every single day with detergents, whether you are bathing, washing clothes and house and all that. Why should you use chemicals that are affecting your health, especially the respiratory system? And one friend, doctor of mine in South Africa, was telling us that most cancers are as a result of the detergents that we use because we inhale them. Others get into contact with our body through skin, and so on and so forth. So we have likes of LDC, multipurpose, Super 10, that will clean your house very well and remove any stains. So all these home care products are powerful, they're effective, they're economical. You end up saving money. Then we have the organic, ad-friendly, so not chemical at all. Then we have organic skincare products. You don't have to continue using chemicals on your skin, and these are age-defying. How many of us in the call would love to look younger for longer? That's an interesting confession there. And I'm sure every single person wants to remain younger. You don't want to look so old that when you meet with your colleagues that you schooled with, they ask you, oh, are you done to so-and-so? Yet you are the so-and-so they are referring to, only that you have aged so far that you look that like their father. You don't want that. And finally, we have a farm care product, a very, very popular product there called Super Grow. This will triple your yields. Super Grow will triple your yields. You dilute it with water in a very economical way. 1 liter of Super Grow, you put 1,000 liters of water. So every single farmer wants to use the Super Grow. Unfortunately, we still have farmers who are not aware of this. Ladies and gentlemen, can we make it our effort to reach out to every single farmer, directly or indirectly, so that we can have food security and we help our farmers not to spend a lot of money with the other farm inputs they use? So you use Super Grow in any crops and you are able to triple your yields. We usually do trainings on the products. That's why we are just perusing through the ranges that we have. Otherwise, we have more than 100 different products. But then you'll agree with me that if you are to have a stable business, then the products you are dealing with must be those products that are helping the humanity. And that is the kind of products that Neolife provides us with. So now I want to show us, once we have those products from Neolife International, how do we then as a Superstars team come in with our strategy and mentorship to make sure that you are able to build a very stable business? So we get into financial and lifestyle success. By the way, I never came in for health, for products. I came in for money. And so I'm more excited talking about this next part, even more than what I have already discussed. And I'm sure most of us are like myself. So let's move together. This is the starting point, ladies and gentlemen. How live are your dreams? Because if your dreams are dead, then you don't have motivation to wake up very early in the morning to do much. And you know, someone saying that many people die at the age of 25 and they are not buried until the age of 75. It's easy to understand that, because when you allow your dreams to die, then you are walking dead, sorry to say so. So make sure that you still focus on your dreams. Refocus on your dreams. What's your dream? Is it additional income so that the money doesn't get finished and the month still remains so many days to go and you don't have money? It's better to have the other problem of the month gets finished and still have a lot of money asking you, how do you want to spend me? Is it to drive a good machine? You know, it is possible to drive that machine that you've designed off. Is it to travel around the world? Is it to build yourself a beautiful home? These are some of the dreams that I had, and I will tell you for a fact, I have been able to achieve all of them. And so I am confident that every single person in this call can also be able to achieve them. Then the next question you want to answer is, how do you make your money? Are you on the left-hand side where we have employees and self-employed people? You see, employed people just depend on someone else to pay them, and you won't go very far. If you just depend on your boss, guess what plan your boss has for you? Nothing much, just to sustain you working for them. So what happens to your dreams? They have gone. Then self-employed, they start small businesses that cannot function or grow without them. That means, again, you become a slave of that business that you are doing. But on the right-hand side, we have big business builders and investors. Big business builders are those people who work with a system like the one I want to show us right away, so that even when you are asleep, you can still be able to earn money. Someone told us that if you cannot make money while you are asleep, then you will work until you die. So you work with a system. So the system works for you. And then in investors, money works for you. You don't have to work for money. And that's the ultimate destination that all of us want to get to. So now, how do you cross over from the left-hand side to the right-hand side? Very important. Join us. We help you with our strategy and mentorship, but then we'll be using Neolife products because they are high quality. When you do that, you become an instant entrepreneur. You start making additional income, residual income. Residual income is the money you earn even when you're not working because you worked smart some time back. Then you become your own boss. There's the flexibility in this business. You work when you want to work with the people you want to work with. And then not much risk. You don't need so many expenses. Then you get your own website. The company gives you your own website, so you can operate from anywhere. As long as you have your gadget with you, you will be able to work from anywhere around the world. Lots of incentives, travel, cash bonuses, and then you are part of a positive, transformative community. People who are thinking of how do we become better and better, other than complaining. With the rest who are complaining of economy. And you are on a very beautiful mission of making the world a healthier and a happier place, or ending the trend of poor health and financial stress. So this is how it works. You become directly connected to Neolife International. So there's no one in between. Not even myself. It is you directly connected to the company. No advertisers, no wholesalers, no retailers, no distributors. It is you and the company. So you are a partner to the company. You are not an employee. And all of us, that is what has happened. That means you pay something small. In our country here, that's just 8,700 Kenya shillings. Of course, for the other countries, you can always convert that for you. It's less than $100 US. And that money comes back to you in form of a business kit. This business kit has too much. Number one, an international license. We are in 57 countries. You don't need any other license other than the one you get right now here in this kit. Number two, you get literature materials, because I'm just doing an executive summary of the whole thing. Everything is in that literature material that you get. You get your own website, as I've said. Of course, you know you'd require too much money to get your own website out there. And then you get a whole 120 capsules of 3NN. You remember the perfect solution we talked about, making your cells permeable so that nutrients can go in and waste can get out? You get a whole 120 capsules. Amazing. And then every product is assigned points. So end of the month, the company pays you based on the points you have in total. So every single product you buy, instead of buying from supermarket, those are points. Now we are calling it PV, meaning point value system, and this standardizes the business across the world, because different countries have got different currencies. That's why we cannot talk of Kenya shillings, Uganda shillings, and so on and so forth, but PVs, point value system. Note that the kit will be delivered for free within the country, but then this is quite interesting. In case you add 2 more 3NNs, the big ones, because you might have some other members in the family, or you might have someone you want to also make sure they enjoy this perfect health. So you buy 2 more. Now that gives you 102 points. In terms of money, you're earning something very small. The total becomes 16,540 Kenya shillings, and this is the better option. However, if you're not able to earn the 2 3NNs, not a problem. You can start with yours, and then later you can be getting more. Either way, you are a full member, and now we can look at what's your work, because you cannot really be financially free without doing anything. So our work is very simple. We call it daily success habits. Don't stop doing what you've been doing, but on part-time basis, this is what you can do. Number one, use the products. When you buy the products for your own use, then you are earning points. Remember, you've been buying stuff from supermarket. You've never been paid. But now you are buying more economical things and organic ones, and you get points. So end of the month, you are paid. Number two, you are free to share the products with others. I'm not a farmer, but I have friends who are farmers. So I tell them of the Super and Grow, and I get more points, and I also get profits, because as a member, as a partner, I'm getting 25% discount. You see that? So I'm getting points and profits. But number 2B is what gives you financial freedom and what we call residual income. That is, share the opportunity with others. There are so many friends of yours who also want additional income. They want to travel around the world. They want better health. Ask them to come. They listen. They love it. They join. But when they are joining, they will be part of your team. So you will not be paid from your own work, but the entire organization that you have created. Very powerful way of working. That's the 21st century way of working. And that is what I will finish up with. But before that, let me also mention that we give you quality training so that you can get skills like personal skills, how do you talk to people, and so on and so forth, and personal development. I love this bit of personal development because success is not something that you go looking for. You are attracted by becoming a better person, a more valuable person. So that is why personal development is very important. Now, let's finish by showing you how you share the opportunity and how you are paid from that. Everything starts with you. So it is you at the center here. You have paid 16,540 and you have gotten 102 points. You've started your business. But you also have Mary, Joe, Jane, and Peter who have also done what you've done. Now, that whole organization gives you a total of 510 points. Listen to this. You're not paid from your 102 points, but from the 510 points. And you start small. before your business grows big. So with 500 points, you are called a manager and you are recognized very highly, and you are earning in excess of 5,000 Kenya shillings, that's $50 or more. Now, what happens the following month, that's the second step, is that Mary, Jane, Peter, Joe, they will be the managers. You empower them to become managers. So they will be giving you those 500 points. So yours goes to beyond 2,500 points. But with only 1,000 points, you are called a senior manager earning in excess of 10,000 Kenya shillings. And with the 2,000 points, you are an executive manager earning over 25,000 Kenya shillings or $250. There are people here who, when they became executive managers, like I can see Susan Mureithi, theirs was 65,000 Kenya shillings. That's almost 3 times of what we've put here. So really, it's something that you can grow beyond what we are showing here. Step 3 is where now your friends, Mary, Peter, Joe, Jane, are the senior managers, executive managers, so that you have more than 4,000 points and you are called a director earning in excess of $800. That's above 80,000 Kenya shillings. Isn't that amazing? Now, that's something you can do in 3 months, 4 months, depending on your hunger for success. But let me summarize it for you. We've gone up to director. So what happens from that point is help one person, mentor them to become directors like you. And with one director, you are called a Sapphire director, earning in excess of 100,000 Kenya shillings. And that is where you start traveling out of the country, everything paid by the company. And I will show you briefly how that works. For all our directors, we take you to 5-star hotels for lifestyle. And of course, Sapphire director, it steps to another level. When you have 3 directors in your team, remember you just brought them and they are also hungry for success. They have built their business up to director. You are called a Ruby director, earning in excess of 200,000 Kenya shillings. And with the 6 directors, you are called a president team member, earning in excess of $500,000. And you know, as they say, the greatest thing that you can ever do is to start. And you better start and fail than fail to start. For me and my wife, Piaros, we started very small as distributors down here in 2010. By the end of our first 2 years, 11 months, we were already president team members, earning, I remember then it was in excess of 762,000 Kenya shillings. That's way beyond $7,000. So it is very possible. And just before I invite our guest speaker, let me just give you a taste of what can happen. That's myself there before this opportunity when I was just an employee, a lecturer, full-time lecturer in the university. And this is myself. This is my second home. That's my machine there, the latest shape of Land Cruiser. My dream machine. I used to dream of this. Now it's no longer a dream, it's a reality. That's our children there. They're in international schools. This is where my wife was brought up, and this is the house we built for my in-laws. That's the power of having some money. That's Piero's there enjoying the machine. And we started from very small. And you are joining the best team. That is the beauty about it. And you could also shine in the world. For lifestyle and travel, you become a director and start enjoying in 5-star hotels like these directors here. The upper one is Ole Sereni Emara, 5-star hotel here in Nairobi. The other one is Sarova Stanley, right at the heart of capital city, Nairobi. That was Ole Sereni Emara just the other day. Then Sarova Stanley 2-3 months ago. You can see how excited the leaders are there. You become a Sapphire director. We take you to Windsor Country Club. You're not paying anything. It's a company paying for you. For our Ruby directors, we take you to Santon Sun Hotel, Pure Gold Cotton Hotel. Now look at this. We are not talking of things that have not happened. 2012, we were in Victoria Falls. Dubai in 2013, Grand Hyatt with the founder. You can see us there with the founder. Then 2014, we went to Atlantis, the Palm in Dubai again, climbing the top of the tallest building there. You can see it there, Burj Khalifa. 2015, we went to the Palace of the Lost City in Sun City. 2016, we went to Obai, George. It's an island in Indian Ocean. 2017, we went again to Cape Town the second time. 2018, the team was in Abu Dhabi. You can see us there, Ferrari World, Yes Water World. 2018, again, we went to Mauritius. That was the second flight to Mauritius. 2018, again, Mexico, Los Cabos. 22 hours flight from JKIA, all presidents from across the world. So you notice that within 1 year, 2018, we had 3 flights to 3 different countries. Everything paid by the company. Is that not amazing? 2019, we went to Abu Dhabi again, and lots of cash incentives there. Last month of May, from 11th, we were in Mauritius. Oh my God, in Mauritius. You see now, you can never even age. If this is the lifestyle you are enjoying, how can you ever grow old? By the way, this photo here, Pieros and myself, looks much younger than the way we were 24 years ago. If you trace our photos for 24 years ago, we were older then. This is the beauty of living some sweet life. And we are all headed for the next one in 2015, all the way to Cape Town in South Africa again. And you know what? As I close, I must assure you, if you are a dreamer, if you believe in yourself, if you are a risk taker, people who want to try new things, nothing can stop you. We'll work together and we'll make sure that you are with us in 2025 in Cape Town. And the company will be paying everything. You only need to become a Sapphire director. But as I usher in our guest speaker, remember, it all starts with starting. You can never succeed in something that you've not started. It doesn't matter whether you've done business before or not. You can start today and we grow it together. We are there to support you, to mentor you, but you are the one to really do the business because you are the one to benefit from the business. Baby, your number is right there. You're not paying us a coin. You are paying directly to Neolife International. They give you the license and all the literatures and products. Pay that amount, 16,540. So business number 985650, account number, your national ID, then the amount there. Don't procrastinate. Do it tonight. Why not? And you know what? In this call, we have so many people who did just that, and their lives have never been the same again. But I want at this point to invite a gentleman here who will be talking to us. We were with him in Mauritius last month, and the guy is living life. Listen to his story from humble beginning to now traversing the world, and is the next president team member that we are going to get in East Africa, none other than Justus Muhumuza, all the way from Uganda. Justus, please take it away.
Wow. What an honor to be invited by someone who inspires me a lot, someone who motivates me, someone who is living my dream, someone that I always tell myself that when I grow up, I actually want to be like him. To everyone that is actually being led by this special gentleman, this special couple, you are blessed. You do not know what you actually have. Most of us wish that I wish we were directly mentored by this amazing gentleman who has actually been the #1 in East Africa for, let me see how many years, isn't it over 10 years? Being #1 consecutively for 10 years, over 10 years. My goodness. You are actually very, very, very lucky to call him upline. Wow. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And you know, when he was actually sharing his story, I was looking at all the trips that he's been able to have with a wife. And then when I was looking at all these travels and lifestyle and dreams being accomplished, you know, I remember in my very first meeting when I was invited, I had just been chased from school. I was not knowing where I would, where I'm going, what next, whether to go back to the village or to remain in Kampala. And then someone gave me this invitation. and said, come and have a look at a way you can make some money. And within 1 year, if you understand this business properly, you'll be able to pay your own school fees. You know, when I came in, I listened to such kind of testimony. And then guys had just returned from London to celebrate 50 years. And you know, I was looking at them. I know there must be guests here who are actually looking at him, and they are looking at all these trips, and you're wondering, can this ever happen to me? You're looking at these machines being driven and homes being built, and you're wondering, can this ever happen to me? Let me tell you, you're not alone. You're not alone, because I was the same. In fact, to me, I would also want to say that perhaps I was even doing worse, because I remember for me to attend my first meeting, I had to walk about 15 kilometers. Not because I wanted to exercise. I walked because I could not afford the transport to the venue. And you know, when I came in, I had a look at these products. My fears kicked in. Immediately, my fears kicked in. I had never done any business before. I had never sold anything before. I was young. I was only 20 years old, small. I was just wondering, and I'm like, okay, so how do I even survive in this business? Where do I even start from? I saw engineers, I saw bankers, I saw doctors. Well, my vice chancellor was also in the same meeting. In fact, I think that's one thing that inspired me. I was like, well, if it is to sell these products, if my vice chancellor can sell these products, then I would be wrong if I don't jump in to sell these products, because they said he was also a distributor who also started like me, like where I started from. So I gained my confidence, say, you know what? Let me just join in. Our mentor just mentioned that there's a very strong business building system, a very strong training system where you come in, you're equipped with skills, business building skills, communication skills, leadership skills, people skills, presentation skills, personal development, customer care, customer acquisition, all of these skills. You will be taken through this amazing training program where you'll be equipped. And those are the same trainings that we have all gone through. And trust me, life started changing. When I was joining, I was just wondering, will I ever travel? Let me tell you, we have traveled. For the last, ever since I joined, because it took me exactly 1 year and 1 month for me to start earning. Okay, I hope you can hear me. It took me exactly one year and 1 month for me to start earning an average of 200,000 Kenyan shillings. Now, someone who had actually walked 15 kilometers to just come and attend a meeting, in 1 year, 200,000 Kenyan shillings every single month. Now, that was good money. That was good money that I actually had to go back to school. That was good money that I did not just go back to school, but I went to school driving my own car that I imported all the way from Japan. That was good money that I had to actually relocate and leave the hostel to renting my own apartment. That was good money that while I was in school, I even started buying my own pieces of land, because they told me that when you make the money, it is also very important to invest your money so that your money can actually start to grow. That was good money that 2 years in the business, when we lost our dad being a firstborn in a family of 8, I hopped in and started paying school fees for all my brothers and sisters. My sisters have gone to the best schools in Kampala. They have gone to the best universities. Today, out of this business, one of them is a doctor, another one is a pharmacist, Another one is an electrical engineer. Can you imagine? So the business that we invited you to come and have a look at, it is not just something to be taken lightly. It is not just something that you're just going to come and say, okay, let me just join this thing as I pass time. Meanwhile, as I find a job. I mean, our whole doctor is no longer working. He quit the university to just do this business full time, a whole doctor with all these decorated. Can you imagine? So it is not something light. It's not something light. That is why in most cases when I am presenting, my prayer is always for a guest, for someone listening to this for the very first time. My prayer is always, may God help you to see what we saw. May God help you to believe that if this business can work for me, can work for our mentor, it can also work for you. May God help you to see, to believe in yourself that you can do this as well. Because trust me, this business can completely turn around your whole entire life, can completely turn around everything. Those dreams that you had completely lost, trust me, you are going to start dreaming again. That's the same thing that happened to us. When I left school, my entire dreams were shattered down. I lost hope. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what next to do. I was wondering who could employ a dropout and pay him good money. I was wondering. And let me tell you, New Life gave me hope. New Life gave me a second chance for my dreams for me to start dreaming again. New Life gave me a chance that, you can even achieve more than you ever thought you would achieve. Today, let me tell you, we have traveled. When our mentor was talking, showing pictures of London, showing pictures of Mauritius, showing pictures of Cape Town, showing pictures of USA, showing pictures of, all these places. Abu Dhabi. When they were showing those pictures when I was a guest, I was looking at them. I look at these pictures, and then I start wondering. So I travel to Mauritius. I travel to the US. I travel to Abu Dhabi to see who will pay. What if I get lost there? How will my mother look for me? I was wondering how. There are some things that seem to be so good to be true, not until you actually start experiencing them. I mean, I'm sure you must be there wondering, okay, these people have been to Cape Town 3-4 times. In fact, even next year, we are going back to Cape Town. You must be wondering, so I go to Cape Town to do what? I mean, an air ticket alone can be someone's income for one whole full year, Accommodation. Recently, we were in Mauritius, and accommodation alone was about 1,000, about almost $2,000. That's very good income. Some people in my country will actually have to work for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years for them to be able to earn that income. And New Life was paying that income for me to spend a night with my partner, with my wife, to experience that kind of lifestyle for about 4 nights. Can you imagine? New Life is another whole thing. That's why I always pray that people can be able to understand. I just told you when I was going for my first meeting, I walked 15 kilometers. Today, I have 2 SUVs parked in my compound. I wake up in the morning and I'm wondering, because the one is used by me, another is being used by my wife. And now, right now, she's in Ghana. So I just have 2 cars in my parking, and I'm wondering, so which one should I drive? Should I drive this SUV? Should I drive this SUV? Which one should I drive? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that inspiring? And guess what? We are actually thinking of even importing another bigger SUV. Now, that is what we call freedom. That is what we call freedom. Today, as we speak, I've been investing money, but now we're even investing better because now we are developing. We started by building apartments, which are now almost being done. But meanwhile, as the apartments are being worked on, we are now building our dream home. 2 projects, all at the same time. Can you imagine? All this income that has from Neolife International, just from selling those products. I know I meet sometimes people who say selling is hard, and then I'm like, my goodness, this person has not yet understood the secret to becoming successful, the secret to becoming rich, the secret to becoming financially free. New Life is giving you that freedom. I know there's been a lot of chaos in Kenya, and business has not stopped. Even when there is chaos, our business is always continuing because it's a home-based business. We can even do it from home. Sometimes I just make a decision and say, you know what? This week, I would love to work from home. And the whole entire week, I am working from home. Can you imagine? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is an amazing opportunity. In case you have not yet started, I would really urge you to make that sharp decision, get started immediately. And in case you are in the business already, please listen to your mentors. Please listen to your sponsors. Please listen. Any slight challenge you get, immediately consult. Do not be discouraged. Do not be, sometimes when we speak about our success, some people think it's just coming, hit on, and the money comes in. No. Everything has its own challenges when you are starting. Even when you are starting to speak English, it was difficult. When you are starting to write, it was hard. When you're starting to study, 1 + 1 was very difficult. But when you keep on training and getting the skills, the business keeps on becoming easy and easy and easy. Sooner or later, you who is listening in for the first time, 2 to 3 years, 5 years from now, you will be sharing your story. And everyone will be saying, when I grow up, I want to be like him. So start on this business. Let's build it together. Let us live a life of our dreams. If this has worked for me, I know this can also work for you. I know 2 to 3, 4 years from now, you'll be living the dream because of this amazing opportunity, because of this decision that you have taken today, not tomorrow, but today. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope and do believe that we can be able to work together and be able to live a life of our dreams. Thank you so much.
Amazing, amazing. Just as I believe that is what someone in this call wanted to hear, and I can see from the comments that they are all moved by your powerful testimony, very convincing, going directly into the hearts of those who are dreamers and they have dreams like yours. Thank you so much for finding time to share that great success story with us. And when we meet in Cape Town, I want to believe there are people here who will be telling you, you know what, Justus? I was a guest in that meeting where you talked and I joined, and here I am in Cape Town with you. And there is nothing that can stop us. I can see on the comments, so many people are saying, yes, I must be in Cape Town. Yes, I must be in Cape Town. That means all of us will be sapphires and above, earning 6-figure income and above. May it happen to everyone who is willing. But remember, You have to do the joining yourself. You cannot, no one can do it for you. We will do the rest, mentoring you and all that. So we welcome you to the business. We are here for you. You lose nothing by starting, but you open the door for all what we've promised you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have the best of the weekend. And now turn to the person who invited you and ask them only one question. How do I start now? Not tomorrow, now. And you go to bed excited. Thank you. God bless you. And let's be meeting in the beaches of the world if you will be there to be met. God bless you. Have the best of the weekend.